Hello everyone, how are y'all? Happy Friday! So glad it's the weekend and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today to share with you about speaking of kitchen, my kids' bowls all just fell. But I'm going to be sharing with you guys my kitchen tour today. And so to start off with, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about kitchen budget, what our budget looks like as far as buying groceries, how often I buy groceries, and things like that. So that was a question someone had for me. And so let me just say we usually buy groceries twice a month. We usually buy around the 1st and around the 15th. That's when we get paid. And so we usually buy groceries. And we used to have a grocery budget of about $150 to $200 each pay period. So $300 to $400 a month. But when we started doing Beachbody meal plans, because that meant we were eating at home more often, we were sticking to a meal plan where we were eating enough and having enough food for me and my husband, because we both plus our kids eat all meals at home because my husband works for himself, so he doesn't take a meal, he doesn't eat out a ton, so we cook and we eat at home for all 3 meals. So when we started doing that back in October of last year, so almost a year ago, we upped our budget. So now what we spend is around $300 on the 15th, or on the 1st, and around $300 on the 15th. I have a family of 3.5. Eliza's eating, but not a ton. But so a family of 4-ish, and we spend about $600 a month. But I'm telling you, we eat almost all of our meals at home. We eat out less than 5 times a month, probably maybe 2 to 3 times a month. So we don't eat out a ton. My husband might eat out a couple more times of lunch, like on his own business account, just because he has a worker or something, but that's what we do. But here's the thing, some people are like, that's a lot for 3.5 people, but one quote that sticks with me that makes total sense is, you can pay for it now or you can pay for it later. So you can pay a little more for groceries now. You can take care of your body now by buying good food, eating whole foods, or you can do it later by paying health bills because you're not healthy. So think of it that way. Think of the fact, if you feel like you're spending a lot on groceries, and if you want to share in the bottom, what's your family size? How much do you spend on groceries? I'd love to hear. I love to hear that and how people do it. But I would love to, or I just want to encourage you, it's okay to spend a little bit more on groceries because you're taking care of yourself. That's how you're fueling your body. That's how you're taking care of yourself. That's how you're able to live your healthiest and best life. So do it. And I do want to say a few tips on budgeting well for groceries and doing better is, one, we get meat, a lot of our meat for free from my dad or friends who have killed deer. And a long time ago I used to think, deer meat for tacos or something, that grossed me out. Now I use deer for everything. Deer sausage for breakfast. A lot of people ask me, what breakfast sausage do I get? I eat the deer sausage my dad gives me, or the pork sausage from hogs he's killed. But I just had to get in my head, it's just organic meat. And now I make everything with it. Almost everything I show y'all I've made with a deer meat. We also, another way to save on meat, just because meat is a lot of a grocery bill if you're buying a ton of it, but is to find someone to buy a cow with. I know that sounds crazy, but you can buy it and you buy in bulk. You'd have to have room to store it. You want some more? You have to have room to store the meat, but it's worth it. So our friend just killed a cow, and we didn't have to buy part of the cow with him, but he's given us a really great deal on grass-fed organic beef. I think he's giving it to us for $2.50 a pound, which is great. And so we're going to get a bunch of beef from him. So I like to stock up on meat. Or another way, if you don't have any options like that, is at our United supermarkets in West Texas, they have a meat sell section. So every day they put new meats out that they're probably getting towards where they can't sell them in the store anymore, but if you freeze them, they're fine. I always go through there every time I'm in the store, even if I just go for something quick, I just need, flour or something. I go by that section, and if I find a meat that's on sale that I think we'll use, I kind of hoard meat and stock up on meat so that we have it. So I kind of keep an eye on that. I also buy most of our meat, if we chicken is something I don't really get from anyone, so the chicken that I buy from Sam's Club in bulk, and then put it in Ziploc bags and have it in the freezer. So I do try to buy meat in bulk or things like that. So that's some tips of that. I do buy part of our groceries at Sam's Club, which you've seen a lot of times. I've shown you how I buy things. I buy things like eggs, a lot of our vegetables and fruits at Sam's Club. I buy, if we use almond milk, sometimes we buy it there. Any honey, or I like to buy local honey, but whenever the farmer's market's not open, I buy it at Sam's Club. I buy maple syrup there. I'm trying to think what I buy there. mixed nuts, sometimes like sweet potato chips, things like that. So I buy some of that stuff at Sam's Club, and then I go to like H-E-B for things like, you know, canned tomatoes or bread or sandwich meat or some of the smaller veggies that we need, Greek yogurt, butter, things like that. And then I also go to Natural Grocers for a few things. I usually get my raw peanut butter there, raw nuts and seeds there, any like banana chips or raisins that my kids eat there. I can find some sugar-free bagels there. So I go there for just a small amount of things. I usually spend about $25 to $30 at Natural Grocers twice a month. And then everything else at the other stores. So, okay, let's get to the kitchen tour. So I'm going to turn my camera around and just show you my kitchen. Let me be honest, my kitchen is not fully clean like it would normally be if I wanted to show you this. But I was like, I'm just going to keep it real. We've had a busy morning. I'm just going to show you like it is. My pantry is ridiculous. Maybe after showing you all this video, I'll get to a place where I'll actually organize it. But I'll tell you what's all in it. I know what's in there. It's just kind of messy. So I'm going to show you guys what's happening in Brittany's kitchen. And feel free to throw out any questions if y'all have them, and I will answer them. So let's start out with this mess. So if you didn't know, I won a grant back in May for a brand new high protein, all natural product snack line that we're coming out with called Simply More. And we had a big meeting this morning. We have it, so I was working on all of that. But just FYI, this, you want more? These are the chocolate chips that I buy. They are vegan, non-GMO, sweetened with stevia, taste delicious, and that's what I use for anything that I bake with chocolate in them. So, here you go. Feeding my daughter while we're doing this. Then over here is my kombucha. You can see kombucha. There's my SCOBY. New kombucha I'm brewing. Okay, I'm going to show you. I have these containers, which usually hold like flour, sugar, things like that. Let me show you what is in mine. First off, popcorn, because popcorn is one of our favorite healthy snacks. We pop it on the stove. So we keep popcorn there. We keep rice here. Because, okay, let me just say, I do not eat rice. I don't like rice, but my husband likes it. And sometimes as like a filler, he wants rice. So I make him rice. He just bought a huge bag the other day. And then I keep oats here because I like to bake with oats. I like to make a lot of things with oat flour or oats. And so I keep that. Then I have my Shakeology here. This is something I'm using for that recipe. So I have my Shakeology here, which I almost broke my little thing, which is really sad. And then up here I have some bread I bought from our farmer's market just to try one that they made homemade in town. I have all these Noons, which this is a sugar-free electrolyte. I like to have these because they are sugar-free. They make drinks flavored. If my son wants something, every once in a while it's like a treat for him. But also my husband works outside a lot in the summer, so this is great for him. And I got a ton of them on sale. These I like to give my son. They're a probiotic drink from Silver Fern brand. He loves them. They're flavored and they're all natural. No sugar, and they're a probiotic, which is great for his health. And then there's my cookbook. I actually do keep my cookbook in my kitchen because I use it all the time. So my cookbook, this one has been used a ton. And if you want any good recipes, you need to grab my cookbook because there's some good stuff. Homemade ice cream, chocolate bar, cookies, all sugar-free. So good. So that stays right there. Then these are my meal plans for Chef Shop, which is the program I'm doing right now with Beachbody. Then let's go ahead and go to my pantry. Let's talk about this for a minute. It's a mess. I mainly have 3 shelves. So the bottom shelf holds all the kids' stuff. Down there, like bags, I have coconut oil, my almond flour. Oh, also I buy coconut oil and almond flour at Sam's. But let me start at the top. Here is like our supplements a lot. Like here's my BCAAs, my extra honey and black tea for my kombucha. Random stuff like vitamins. This second shelf is all baking. Baking and protein powders over here that I bake with. Lots of baking stuff. Coconut sugar, coconut flour, just everything baking. It's just all packed in there. My husband hates that shelf, but I kind of know what's in it. And then this shelf is, this like mini shelf within the shelf is my canned goods. So what I usually buy for canned goods is I buy diced tomatoes, tomato sauce. So I make homemade spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce out of tomato sauce. So I always have that on hand. I like to get tuna. My husband loves tuna. I keep black beans and let's see what else. I also have some coconut milk back there and some pumpkin puree, which I don't know why I have pumpkin puree, but that's what I have. I have some spices, apple cider vinegar, some olive oil. And then you see, I don't usually have a ton of snacks here. I have some more stuff than normal here because we had this huge sale at H-E-B. But we like to buy nuts, so here's pistachios. Here's 2 things of mixed nuts, some hemp parts, some coconut water that I like to put in my smoothie sometimes. These are like little Skinny Pop popcorn things without sugar. I have never bought these, but my son loves rice cakes, so I think he'll like these, and they were on sale. This is my all-natural peanut butter. If you see anything you have questions about, please let me know. My coconut flakes that I bake with, these are usually on my baking shelf, but it's overflowing, so I cook with those a ton. We really like to snack on pretzels. There's a sugar-free trail mix that my husband likes. And then these are hemp seeds that are flavored. So, I mean, that's really it. I have some in this jar. Back here I have some travel packs of nut butter. Tons of seasoning. It's just a mess over here. I have some raisins and then just tons of seasonings that are just a mess. But, I mean, that's really what's in my pantry is baking stuff and a few snacks. I don't buy a lot of processed snacks. I'm just telling you guys. I don't at all. It's something... That's something that me and my husband had to learn and grow in because he would be like, there's nothing to eat. And I'm like, there's tons of stuff to eat. You just have to prep it, you know. And that's why I like to do a lot of meal prep. So I'll take a minute before I get to the fridge to tell y'all a lot about the meal prep that I do. So usually when I try to meal prep are protein bites because it gives us a sweet snack that we can pop in our mouths pre-workout, post-workout if we need them, or just everyday snacks. I like to prep sometimes some meal bars. I like to prep granola. I have an amazing granola recipe in my cookbook. My son is yelling if you hear him in the background, sorry. And that's actually, there's this empty jar back here. That's what that's for my granola. I usually have it full of granola. I like to prep sometimes some taco meat. And I like to prep like pico de gallo or homemade salsa also in my cookbook. And so I really use a lot of the stuff in my cookbook. I do those things. One thing I want to start prepping are pre-cooked sweet potatoes. My friend did that. She was able to pop it in a pan with some breakfast sausage for breakfast. And I love that idea. Or you can have it for dinner or lunch or whatever. So I'm going to start doing that. But those are some of the main things I do. I make, a lot of times I make my own coconut milk. And so that's some of the stuff I do. I will show you, I do have a few snacks that I bought that are actually really great snacks. But our H-E-B had an incredible sale recently where everything was $1. And I got some awesome, well-branded stuff for $1 each. And it was incredible. So I'm going to show you what I have here. So I just have them in this little tray. But these Justins, if you have kids that go to school or you need to pack lunches to go to the park, these are really awesome. They're pretzels with nut butter. And here's the thing. I got these for like $1 each. I think I saw them at the store for like over $1 each. I probably wouldn't buy them. I would probably just pack it up myself for my kids. Just put some pretzels and some nut butter in there. And some apples and things like that. But if you need like on the go stuff really quick, these, get them. But you can buy these and super helpful. I also bought little pouches of them where you can just, you could just skip that thing and just get these pouches of nut butter on the go. And then throw in like an apple or pretzels for your kids or for yourself if you're going somewhere. So these are helpful. But be sure you get the regular almond butter because flavored ones have sugar, sadly. They also had some Quest bars on sale, which Quest bars are good a lot of times. They have really good low net carbs, high in fiber, high in protein, low in sugar, no added sugars for most of them. This one specifically, Double Chocolate Chunk, doesn't have added sugars or Splenda. Some of theirs do have Splenda, which is sad. But so I bought some of those on sale, and then I bought these little things. A lot of these things are like treats. I do not recommend having a Quest bar every day, just like if you're going out and you need something quick. I also have these fruit twists. They're made with just fruit extracts, fruit purees and fruit. Also a treat. We don't eat these daily because even that high content of fruit is still a lot of natural sugar. So those are just things I have because there was a sale, but they're great if you need that kind of stuff. So, okay, I'm going to show you my fridge now. Please still let me know if you have any questions. Well, I'll start with the freezer first. Also a mess. I'm not that organized whenever it comes to this stuff, but I'll show you. Okay. Baby stuff up here. Baby milk up here. So, Natural Grocers had a really big sale on their sugar-free bacon recently. So, I bought that. A bunch of bacon. Right here we have homemade popsicles, which I love to make for my son. I basically just make smoothies. I have some great popsicle recipes and smoothie recipes in my cookbook. Basically just make smoothies. These are Shakeology and almond milk, I think, made into a popsicle. He loves them. These are some frozen peppers from my garden. When my fruit or my spinach leaves start to go bad in my fridge, I freeze them. So yesterday I froze these, and I'll use them for, these are strawberries, for smoothies if I want. Oh, I hate that it's cutting out, sorry. Okay, and then this is some okra from a garden, peas from a garden. My family has a garden, so. And also when I buy in bulk vegetables at like Sam's, if they start to go bad, I put them in here and I can still cook them later. So I have some Brussels sprouts in here, I have some hummus that I made, and way too much of, frozen, and it's fine to take it out. This is some fish my husband caught. So lots of meat. The rest is like all, these are like deer steaks, some chicken from Sam's Club, deer sausage. This is some sausage I bought that was on sale. That's like some protein bites that I did have. There's like one left in there. Ice. My friend gave me a whole bag of kale frozen, and that's tons of deer meat down there. There's more deer meat. So really, my whole fridge is mostly meat. That's what I feel like. Hey, say hi. And then, okay, let's get to my fridge. Also a mess. It's there. I'm going to show you. So, top shelf. There's really no rhyme or reason to this. Top shelf, this is my pulp from making coconut milk. So I can use this to bake with or make things with. Adds healthy fats to stuff. I can put it in my smoothies. This is my butter, which I love this butter. It's all natural, grass-fed butter. It's called Kerrygold butter. I get the unsalted one. I put this in my bulletproof coffee. Put it on whatever I want to put it on because it's good for you. This is some natural peanut butter you have to refrigerate. There's plain Greek yogurt, some basil leaves from outside, some fruit. There's cherries and strawberries. Super simple. Some bacon that we need to cook. This is an incredible little gadget if you don't have one. It's an avocado saver. You can put it in there and it saves your avocado from browning. There's some leftovers back there. A pepper that needs to be eaten right here. This is my homemade cold brew, which is awesome and really good. If you want to know how to make it, let me know. Leftovers, watermelon cut up in here. And then this is like our meat and cheese and seeds. I have like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds back here, sandwich meat up here, sandwich meat here, pepperoni that we use here for pizza, and cheese sticks for kids. And then here, just lots of veggies. I usually buy a lot of eggs, so I have extra eggs back there. Spinach, deer sausage, broccoli, arugula. There's some tea back there that I make that's unsweetened. Almond milk, which I haven't been buying almond milk lately, but I just decided to buy it because my friend made her cold brew with almond milk and it was way better than my coconut milk, so I bought that. Some sweet peppers, which we love to snack on. And here in my drawer is an array of veggies. So bell peppers, squash, zucchini, cilantro, onions, garlic, potatoes, tons of goods. Over here, lemons, apples, oranges. Orange with a bite out of it. That's because I have a baby and she does that. Over here we have pickles. It's a mess because they spilled stuff. Wine, LaCroix. Are you going to dig in there? She's digging. Also, I became an ambassador for Wella Bar, which is also a really great bar made in Texas. So I got these in the mail for free. She's showing you. Thank you. More LaCroix. This is my pure maple syrup. Random stuff. Just stuff and eggs. So, super simple, super unorganized, not pretty at all, but that's my kitchen. So, I just want to show you guys, that's what Brittany's kitchen looks like. So, feel free to let me know if you have any questions. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have questions, let me know. You can see I don't buy a lot of processed food. I buy a few things. Sometimes I usually have blue corn chips or sweet potato chips as well, but the Shift Shop meal plan, right now we're doing like barely any carbs, and next week is no carbs, so I didn't even buy them because I want to eat them. That will be really hard for me not to eat, so I didn't even buy them. But I don't buy a lot of processed food. I prep a lot of the snacks that we're going to eat. Sometimes I'll make trail mix with like pretzels and raisins and I don't know what else. Coconut flakes, like the big coconut flakes, nuts and things like that. And so I just prep a lot of stuff and it works for us. I know it takes more time, but it's worth it to me. My kids are used to it, so that's what I do. A lot of times if I make like muffins, I make a ton so I can freeze them and have them ahead of time. And I've been giving you guys lots of great recipes to use, so you can use those. If you have questions or want more recipes or just need help with things, feel free to let me know. I'm here for you guys. I want to help you. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you'll have a great Friday. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.